Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about floating squares. So there are cases in which the king must battle two separated passed pawns that are not blocked by any other pawn, but they are aiding to queening. So this is where we put into act the rule of the floating square, trying to analyze if you can be able to stop the pawns or not. So let's go straight to the position. So the position is here on the board. So let's analyze first the e pawn that is aiding to queening. The e pawn, I mean this one, that's aiding to queening. So what is the square for this e pawn? So the e pawn, the square, I mostly like doing it like this. So taking it towards the edge of the board where you are heading to. So after doing that, then you bring it back and do this, just making this simple triangle. And after doing that, then you do this and this. So now you can see that the square for the e pawn is the one that is highlighted here, from e1 to a1 to a5 and to e5. So this is the square for the e pawn. So if white's king is inside the square or is here inside the square, it will be able to stop the e pawn. Same applies to this one. You can do the same. So this is the square for the a pawn, black's a pawn. This is the square. So if the white's king is inside, it can be able to stop this. But have you ever encountered a position where you are going to be stopping two pawns like this? So what principle is put into act for you to stop these pawns? So the rule states that if the combined square of the pawns touches the edge of the board, then you are not going to stop the pawns. Otherwise, if the combined square was reaching maybe in the second rank, then these two pawns would have been lost. So let's illustrate through an example. So if white plays c5, you can push any. Even pushing this one means if he edges here, you push this one. If he takes this, you push. He tries to chase this, you push. Tries to come here, you queen. So you can see that white was only able to stop one pawn. But let's take a move behind and analyze the same position, but the edge, the square of the two combined pawns does not reach the edge of the board. So let me set up the position so that we can analyze it also. So I'll just move this pawn here. Then the king, I'll put it somewhere here. Sure. Then we can analyze this position now. So let's analyze the square for the two floating pawns. So we can see that the square for the two floating pawns does not reach the edge of the board. So this means no matter what black tries to do, you are going to stop the pawns. Let us illustrate it through an example. So if, okay, so you can play any. If you play here, he plays this. You can go here. If he plays this, you can even do this. He plays this, you capture. He plays this, you play this. If he plays this, you come here, queens, and you are going to easily stop the two passed pawns. So this floating square principle can be applied throughout your games if you analyze it very well. This is what I had for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.